Hello, my friends. I get a lot of questions about framing. How did you do that? Where did you get that? And so I'm going to tell you everything I know. Let's start with Michaels. Michaels sells these shadow box frames. They're they're not inexpensive on their own, but they're always having sales on them. They come with glass. I take the glass out. I back it with either black or white poster board, because it comes with a kind of a oatmeal colored fabric backing. And then I super glue my work in there. Now this is a 6x6, just a little tiny thing on its own. It wouldn't be much, but once you put it in a frame, it looks more special. And as you can see, it extends above the frame edge, so you can't use the glass on that. But it's pretty cute, and I've sold a lot like this. I think once you put them in something, it dresses up considerably. So that's that. Here's an 8x8 canvas, same frame that I've, this is a canvas though, and even though it is below the edge, I didn't feel it needed the glass over it. You can put glass over acrylic. Acrylic is plastic, so it doesn't need to breathe. It's fine. I'm sorry about the glare. There's going to be a glare because my window's open, and there's going to be dust too because these have been hanging around for a long time. So that's another one. I love the white. It comes in different colors: red, black, white, navy, and natural. So depending on your piece. Now here's one I've left the glass on. It just is just a regular pour. This is an 8x8 canvas, and it just makes it look like there's something special there when you keep it behind glass. So I like that. And again, I put the black, this one I used black poster board behind there. Now they make these larger size, same frame, but in a larger size, that a 9x11 inch canvas will fit nicely in there. I could have put behind glass, but I usually don't. I need to touch that up with a little bit of paint. Yeah, what I do on the back, I should have shown you, is I initial the front of my paintings. I just put my initials because I don't want to interfere. I don't want a lot of words on the art. But on the back, I will sign it and title it, stick a business card, and then wire and frame. You know, you could hang it up by this, but my gallery requires everything to be wired and taped, so I do that, and I think that's a nice thing. Now these aren't real wood. This is some kind of composite. It will split if you're not careful. My husband does this for me. He'll drill a tiny little pilot hole with his drill, and then I can do the rest myself with a screwdriver. So that's that. Then Michaels sells these other type of shadow box frames. And I use these for rounds, obviously. I'm not sure what size. I think that's 12x12. Now this happens to be a 1/4 inch round. I don't know if you can see the depth of it. So it's a substantial round, but you know, on its own, it needs something. And so I put it in the shadow box frame. Now here's one that's only 1/8 of an inch round, and you can't tell the difference looking at it. So you can use those skinny little wood rounds and stick them in here. They look pretty good. Now what I do when I'm deciding what background to use, I have a black one with a white background, black with black, and white with black. I've tried white with a black background and I've never liked it, so I just have those 3 options, and I'll take my round and I'll place it in each one and determine which one I like best. And that's that. So that's Michaels, and as you know, they're always having sales, so I get a lot of those. I don't use their custom framing, but I'll get into that later. Okay, then there's this place they have manufacturer in Los Angeles and Miami, I believe. where they make these frames custom to your order and whatever size you want, and they're very reasonably priced. So this painting is just on a Michael's 10 by 20, but you know, it's put in a frame and it makes it look pretty special. And by the way, if I may plug this, I did a video on how to embellish, how to paint an iris on this pour. So if you want to watch that, I don't know what number it is, but it's just a nice lightweight polyurethane, or polystyrene rather, picture frames. It's made from recycled materials and it's very inexpensive. This one, for example, was $9.42. Now I buy them in bulk, and 3 or 4 is $9.42. If you buy an individual one, it's closer to 10. You don't save that much, maybe 5% off. And if you buy 5 or more, you save 25%. 10 or more, 50, I don't know. I never buy in that much bulk, but you can really get them quite inexpensively if you do a lot of them. I always buy at least 3 at a time to get a little bit of a discount. So I really like this one. It's smooth and just gives a nice contemporary look. Here's another one, same size in black. So that's another thing. I generally just buy black and white frames for my things I'm going to put on my website or in a show, because as much as I like eclectic things, for a show I like to have a cohesive look, and so I generally will stick with black, white, and sometimes silver. And people can always reframe them if they want, but you know, for looking at it, what am I trying to say? I think black and white's the way to go. Okay, so those are the polystyrene picture frames. Did I say the name of the place? I will put it down below. It's called wholesaleartsframes.com. I'll link that below in the description. It's a little hard to maneuver their website, I will say that. It's a little tricky, but it's well worth it because the prices are so good and the service is good. And yeah, I'm very happy with them. Now here's one. This is a step up. This is a wooden frame, 2-inch wooden frame. And I have to say that the sample they show of their wooden frames is terrible. It's very grainy and bumpy. It looks awful. I don't know why I chanced to buy any, but I'm glad I did. I've bought at least 20 of them, and they're nice and smooth. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a, you know, very nice smooth finish. Really, this is a 12 by 12 pour, and it really dresses it up. So that's good. And again, because it's solid wood, it's real easy to you know, put your D-rings in. So that's that. Now, oh, let me show you. This one I remembered to tape the painting, the back, and you know, it looks pretty good. I'm not unhappy with that. This one I forgot to. Now this is an example of the black frame. I forgot to, and look at that. That's pretty gross in my estimation. Some people are not bothered by it, but I don't like that. I much prefer a neater look, so I always try to remember to tape off the edges. So that's that. But if I don't, and now this one I'm keeping because, well, he goes like that, because I like him so much, and the back is a mess. And I'm keeping that one myself. But if I forget and I want to try to sell it, this is how I was doing. Now this is a gallery wrapped canvas. Gosh, I lost my train of thought. This is an early one. This is when I first started pouring. And this is what I do if I forget to clean up the back, tape the back. I will back it in black poster board, put these little felt tabs on the bottom just to make it look really sharp, title and sign it in a white gel pen, and then wire and tape it. I just think it's a nice professional looking, well, not professional, but a neat look. I prefer that. I don't bother doing this if I remember to tape the back and it looks good enough. I'm not going to do this because it takes a lot of time, but I think it looks good. It's an option. Okay, this place also, they make all sorts of frames. This is another one. Now, here's a painting I did. It's a, 11 by 14. And, you know, it's nice, but my gallery wouldn't take it like that. It needs to be, because it's not a gallery wrapped canvas. It's just staple back. It needs to be framed. So here's a frame I got from Wholesale Arts and Frames, silver tone. And this was, how much? Well, I bought 3 of them, $11.02 for this frame. That's pretty good. And it makes it a substantial piece of art. I haven't attached it yet. My husband, did I say this? I can't remember. My husband will use a nail gun and with tiny little nails and stick it in at least 4 places. And then I can do the D-rings either. Now, this is not wood either. This is polystyrene. So he'll either do a little pilot hole for me, which I'll put the D-rings in, or I'll just put it into the wood of the canvas. That's that. So now I'd like to just say something real quick about Michael's. I love Michael's. I go there often for supplies, and it's the only place I have in town to go get supplies. So I'm not putting them down in any way, really. But their custom framing is way expensive, in my opinion. I've had a piece done there, and even at what they claim to be 70% off, it was so expensive, I thought, never again. So my point here is to go visit your local framers, and they have custom frames that they make. They probably will. Mine does. That they've done a custom frame for someone, and they had leftovers. So they make beautiful frames in standard sizes that you can get for a fraction of the cost. For example, this one was, I think, about $24. And it's a wooden liner. It comes with dust. You know, it's really a substantial piece. And again, little tabs on the back. This one I needed the wire, so I took it off. It is not wired, but anyway, when I have a more substantial piece, maybe an oil painting like this, I will want a nicer frame. So my point is, support your local framers. You may be surprised. You may think, oh, they'd be way too expensive, but no. Here's another one. Now, this painting is nothing, no great shakes, but it just came to life in this wonderful frame. And yeah, and this one, I think I took the price off, but I think this was $20. I always try to remember to attach my business card to the back of my paintings. Sign and date it on the back and attach a business card. So anyway, there you have it. About the Wholesale Arts and Frames, it's not free shipping, and that can add up, and it's not fast. Have to allow at least 3 weeks for an order, but they also sell canvas rolls, lots and lots of things. As I said, the website is difficult to maneuver, but it's well worth it in my estimation. And they're made in the USA, and I like that. So I hope that was helpful, my friends. I'm anxious to get back to painting. I've got my space all cleared off and ready to roll. So until then, again, I'll put the link for the Wholesale Arts Frames place down below so you can visit them yourself. And I can't help you any further with maneuvering their website. That's something you have to figure out on your own, but it's worth your time. I promise you that. Okay, until next time, bye-bye.